I love when he calls into our show. He has yet to show up in person in Los Angeles. So I heard when he was going to be working for AT&T's audience network this week, conducting interviews and giving fans an inside look at some of the hottest parties throughout the week, including the EA Sports Madden party, the DirecTV Now Super Saturday Night party. I thought maybe he'd be here all week. Certainly showing up, as he always does, on the field after a 2-pick performance in the Pro Bowl. I thought he'd be here, but he's not coming till later in the week. So there's only 2 words for Patrick Peterson to welcome him into the Rich Eisen Show. That's weak sauce, Patrick. That's it.
What's up, Rich?
Patrick, where are you? It's cold here. We need you here.
Man, I just got home from the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, but
I'm actually watching the rerun of the Farmers Insurance Open right now.
Oh, you are? So, no, Patrick, hold on a minute. You're working for the Audience Network later this week. You need to be saying you're watching the Rich Eisen Show after having watched the Dan Patrick Show. I know that there is an I in Patrick, but you're part of the team here.
Yeah, you're right.
Patrick.
You're definitely right. I am definitely working for Audience Sports this week.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a crazy week, but I love golf. But I do watch the show. I'm always in tune now.
I love it.
Show.
Okay.
Dan Patrick, you guys are definitely my favorite by far.
Yeah. Very good. So, what part are you up to in the Farmer? So you know what's happened, right? I mean, I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah. I know what happened, but I have to see it live for myself because I was busy yesterday. So. Okay.
No, I know. Very, very well aware of that. How was that experience? I know it was your 7th crack at it, but what do you think?
It was fun, honestly, because it was weird in a sense because it was the first time that it actually rained and poured down, and having another team rain jacket on, that was pretty weird. But the game itself, it was fun. Had a lot of energy in it, a lot of real football action. I think the fans were definitely enjoyed this one for sure.
Right, they did, but I saw also the usual, these guys aren't trying, and I'm like, you try and rehab something for 6 months or 8 months, or maybe miss an entire part of your regular season coming up next year if you hurt yourself. I mean, do you guys go into the game thinking that while you suit up? I don't want to get hurt, Patrick?
Not at all, because at the end of the day, the guys that's playing in that game, they've been there. So, we understand and know how to take care of one another because at the end of the day, it's an expedition game, it's a fun game, but it's also a competitive game, and we have that competitive edge, as you saw in the fourth quarter as those guys came back, and I don't know how the heck they pulled out that victory, but they did. But we understand how to take care of one another because at the end of the day, we have something big, a bigger picture to take care of, and that's obviously for our organization.
Well, what about taking care of each other during the playing season? Sometimes it seems like a lot of bad blood, and it seems like sometimes shots are taken by defensive players that are potentially avoidable. What do you say on that front, Patrick?
I won't say it's definitely no. You said bad blood?
Sometimes. You see what happened with Jalen Ramsey, A.J. Green, just as a for instance. I know that's an extreme example, but sometimes
I won't say any of those things are bad, but I just think just something that happened in the moment. And at the end of the day, you have to look at how the game is unfolding. What part of the game that they're in. If AJ was getting targets. So it's a lot of things that can go into situations like that. I would never say it's any bad blood because you can, even in the off season, from my experiences, I see guys in the off season from rival teams. It's always love because at the end of the day, we're in a fraternity that can never be taken away from us.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, when we get between the lines, we're playing for something different. But when we step away from the game, it's totally different. So I would just say things like that is just something that happened, things that just happen in the moment.
Patrick Peterson, 7-time Pro Bowler from the Arizona Cardinals, joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. And then one of the picks that you had yesterday, there was a big smile on your face. It looks like Delaney Walker's trying to take you down. And I saw this on Twitter because I do follow you on Twitter at P2, the letter P and then the number 2. And you tweeted this photograph out. Through all the disrespect and everything I accomplish on the field going unnoticed, I still smile. That will never change. #truth. Who are you referring to? Because I got to be honest with you, I don't know those people. Who are you referring to, Patrick?
I would just say sometimes, you know, the big picture is never looked at for me. You know, I just think sometimes, you know, if, like say for instance, a couple years ago in 2014, when I gave up, you know, 7 touchdowns or whatever the number was, about, you know, however many catches I gave up, you know, that's front page. You know, that's, you know, why is this guy doing this? He shouldn't be paid, this, that, and the other. But on the flip side of that, when guys don't show up on a stat sheet as far as receivers and I don't get any targets, that goes unnoticed, that goes untalked about, you know, and all I do and all I do is work my tail off each and every Sunday. Obviously, I want targets, but I can't force the quarterbacks to throw the ball my way. you know what I mean? So I just feel just sometimes, you know, my play go unnoticed, but when something big happens on me, it's look at this, look at that. I told you, you know what I mean? It's just, and I don't really pay close attention to what they say. It just bugs me just when I play A-list football and do what I'm supposed to and not give up catches and not supposed to, you know, give up touchdowns. It's just sometimes it goes unnoticed.
And another thing I saw on your Twitter feed at P2 1 week ago today in caps, I love it. That was right around when it was announced your new head coach was the defensive coordinator of the Carolina Panthers, Steve Wilks. What do you love about it?
Oh, I just love that the enthusiasm I hear that he brings to the table. You know, I was fortunate enough to talk to Thomas Davis Sr. Throughout the Pro Bowl week, and just trying to get a feel of him. And now I just hear nothing but great things about Coach Wilks. So I'm excited to finally have a defensive-minded coach as a head coach. It should be fun. It should be fun switching over to a 4-3 that I hear. So it should present a lot of more opportunities for this defense to make plays in the back end for sure.
Do you think Larry's coming back? Do you think Larry Fitzgerald's got one more in him, at least, Patrick? What do you think?
My gut feeling says he'll be back because, I mean, he's playing too well. I mean, I told him I don't know that Larry is familiar with the father of time, you know, because it looked like he's getting better with age, you know. So my gut feeling say he comes back, but you never know it. Old Fitzy.
A couple more questions for you here, Patrick Peterson. You're a member of the paparazzi this week, so let me ask you. Let's get you as a member of the media analyzing Super Bowl 52. How do you think this plays out here in Minneapolis between the Eagles and the Patriots?
You know, Rich, I'm not real good. You know, I really don't like giving predictions, but I'm just really looking for a good game, and it's tough to bet against Tom Brady. But Philly is hot right now, so honestly, I'm just looking for a great game, and I think it's going to be a great game because if Philly jumps up, everybody's going to be watching to see if Tom Brady can pull it out again. If Tom Brady is up, everybody's going to be, you know, excited to see him. Well, I won't say excited, but intrigued to see him getting his 6th ring. So it's going to be a great game, and I'm just looking for a great one.
How do you think Arians is going to be in the media? He gets a TV job that we're all expecting. What do you think?
Oh man, he's going to be great for TV. You know, Coach is going to be great for TV. I can't wait to see him. You know, that smile that he has, that personality that he has, he's definitely going to have a lot of people tuned in.
And then, Patrick, last one for you. This could be the most important question I've asked you throughout this interview, okay? Do you have a 9-volt battery in the house for that fire alarm that keeps chirping, Patrick? Do you have a 9-volt?
Actually, I do. Like I said, Rich, I haven't been home in a week, so.
Okay.
Right now,
so then again, please tell me.
I will change that.
please tell me you don't have one.
I got a question for you.
Yes. Yes.
Can you give me any tips for this interview that I'm going to be doing?
Absolutely. Here you go, Patrick. Be yourself. Be yourself. Make sure that you ask as many questions that aren't yes or no answers. You don't want to give you never want to give yourself your subject the opportunity to just say yes or no. Never give up the microphone, okay? That some people might try to pull it away from you. And if you are anywhere in my vicinity, if we're doing something together and you're in any trouble at all, the safe words are back to you, Rich. I've got your back.
Got you.
Okay?
Got you. I appreciate that, Rich.
And also, make sure for your microphone that you have a spare battery in case the batteries go dead.
Spare battery.
Mm-hmm.
Spare battery.
Now, please tell me you don't have these high ceilings in your house that you're going to have this, like, 8-foot ladder that you might. There it is again. Do you know where it is? Or are you going to walk around? I mean, look, I know.
I know exactly where it is. And
you sure?
In my hallway. And
okay.
I don't have it's not a high ceiling, so I can get my little ladder.
Okay.
In my utility room and go change this out.
Be careful.
Right after I get off the phone with you, Rich.
Okay. All right, Patrick. You take care of that, and we'll see you out here shortly. Okay.
All right, man. You have a good day.
You're the man, Patrick Peterson.
Oh man, the number of tweets we got. Change your smoke detector. Hey, Rich, ask Patrick to take care of that 9-volt battery.
Oh, fantastic.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.